Okay, so what if I told you that you could turn a pretty disappointing job offer into a 50% raise in just 2 weeks? I know, it sounds kind of impossible, right? Well, today we are breaking down the exact playbook that made it happen. Let's dive right in.
So our story kicks off right here with an offer for 12 lakhs per annum. Now, you gotta understand, after 4 months without a job, with savings just disappearing, this number felt like a lifeline.
But, and this is the important part, this wasn't the end of the story, not even close. It was just the opening bid in what turned out to be a pretty high-stakes negotiation.
Because just 2 short weeks later, that 12 lakhs turned into this. 18 lakhs per annum. That is a full 50% jump. A massive increase. So the big question is, how? How on earth did he pull this off in just 2 weeks? Well, we're going to walk you through the exact playbook, the mindset behind it, and all the steps that, honestly, you can use too. First up, let's really get the context here, because this wasn't some casual back and forth. This was a super high-stakes situation. We're calling it the 12 lakh dilemma.
I mean, just imagine the pressure. You've been unemployed for 4 months. Your savings are almost totally gone. Your gut reaction, your instinct is to just grab that first offer and hold on for dear life. It's a situation where fear can so easily take the wheel, and that is exactly where our protagonist, let's call him Mr. Rahul, found himself.
But here's the thing. Instead of letting that fear dictate his next move, he followed a really clear strategy. So let's break down the 5-step playbook he used. This is a repeatable strategy for pretty much anyone in this position. All right, here it is, the entire game plan at a glance. It all starts with a simple pause. Then you move to research, you send a very calm email, you get other job possibilities moving, and finally, you leverage a brand new offer. We're going to dig into each one of these.
Step 1 is, well, it's maybe the most important and honestly the simplest part. When that 12 lakh offer came in, instead of showing all his cards, excitement or desperation, he just said the simple phrase, "Can I have 48 hours to review the full offer letter?" That's it. This one sentence creates space, it shows you're confident, and it puts the control right back in your hands. A little bit of silence can be powerful leverage.
So with those 48 hours, he immediately jumped to step 2, research. And he used everything, Glassdoor, Levels.fyi, even his own personal contacts. And you know what? The data was crystal clear. The real market range for his role was actually 15 to 19 LPA. So this wasn't about being greedy, it was just about being informed.
And that research led directly to step 3, the ask itself. But listen to the language here. He said, based on my research, I was expecting something closer to 16, 17 LPA. Is there flexibility? See? It's not a demand, it's not an ultimatum, it's calm, it's confident, it's backed up by data, and it just opens up a conversation.
But he didn't just send that email and sit around waiting for a response. No way. He moved right on to step 4, building real leverage. He immediately got in touch with other companies he was talking to, and he let them know he had an offer on the table. This lit a fire under them, right? It created urgency, fast-tracked 2 other interviews, and what do you know? It led to a much, much higher offer from a different company.
And this brings us right to step 5, the final move. Now, armed with a competing offer for 18 lakhs, he went back to Company A one last time. And he did it professionally. He gave them a final chance to match it because he did value the opportunity they'd given him, but they couldn't get there. So he confidently accepted the better offer.
So we have the playbook. We see how it works. But the real lesson here, the thing that makes all this possible, it goes a little deeper. This isn't about luck, not at all. It's all about mindset.
This quote right here is the key to the whole thing. He said, "The moment I stopped treating the offer as a gift and started treating it as an opening bid, everything changed." That mental shift, from feeling just grateful to having a professional business-like perspective, that is the real secret weapon.
So how can you actually put this into practice? Let's boil it all down into a simple negotiation toolkit, where we look at the common mistakes people make versus the path to mastery.
All right, here is your cheat sheet. The mistakes are all on the left, accepting right away, not having any other options, and feeling like you have to apologize for asking for more. And on the right, that's the path to mastery. Always buy yourself time. Run multiple interview processes at the same time to create leverage. And maybe most importantly, know your walkaway number before you even start the conversation. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds like a lot of work. Is it really worth it? Well, let's talk about the 30,000 lakh difference, because this is why it matters so much in the long term.
The immediate win, right? It was an extra 6 lakhs per year, which is, a significant amount of money for sure.
But the real power here isn't just that one-time gain. It's the compounding effect. It's how that single negotiation snowballs over time.
Over just 5 years, that initial 6 lakh difference, it compounds to a staggering 30 lakhs. 30! This one negotiation completely changed his financial future. That's why this stuff matters.
So let's just be super clear about this. Negotiation is not asking for a favor. It is an expected, totally professional part of the hiring process. Companies literally build this into their budgets, and you know what? Good recruiters will respect you for doing it well.
So there you have it. You've got the playbook, you've got the mindset. The only question left is this: what's the biggest thing holding you back from negotiating?